Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've been checking on all the worms and all these cocoons here have hatched. So we got youngsters in the nursery here. They're so cute, they're so little. Okay, these little guys here, these are my breeders. And remember the one up here? I was gonna leave, let me see. I have half a pound of red wigglers. I got them ready on the 3rd, and Christmas Eve would have been 3 weeks or 4, but we're going to leave them till January 17 because it'll be 6 weeks. I just want to see how they do in here with leaving the cocoons in here to hatch with their parents instead of just removing them. But I want to show you something. This is the only one that I noticed it in. This is a little learning experience for you. This bedding is very wet, obviously, because I keep my breeders wet. But because they're breeders, I haven't fluffed it. Because of that, I don't want to disturb them. But because of the wetness in here, it's kind of like, I'm not going to say solidified down, but it's gotten really like very, very compacted like. I'm not going to say extremely compacted, but I feel that not enough oxygen is getting in here. So I smell something funky in here. But it's nothing to panic about yet. So I'm going to show you what I do when I go and check on a bin and I mix it up and I just smell something weird. Obviously, there's no air, and that's why this happens. So what I do is I take dry bedding of any kind, either shredded cardboard or the pine shavings, and I mix it in. So I'm gonna go get that, and then we're gonna do that. So I use just plain pine shavings that I get in a bag from Tractor Supply. So I use the plain pine shavings that I get from Tractor Supply, you know, that bag down there. And what I do is I take the dry pine shavings and I mix it in. And what this will do is the pine shavings will start to absorb some of the moisture in here. Not immediately like paper does, but it will. And mixing it in like this will create pockets in between all this bedding and allow oxygen to get in there. And I've done this before and it has helped the situation. But you see, if I wouldn't have checked this bin in like another week, I think I'd have a problem. And that's why it's important to check them as much as you can, you know. So if you sense something is going on, you can try to fix the problem right away. And as you can see, they're still doing great. But we're going to get this mixed in. So that should fix the problem. Yikes. You know, you never know. You never know. So I hope that helps someone. Because in worm farming, whether you're new, a veteran, it's going to happen at some point in your worm farming career, hobby, whatever it is, it's going to happen. So this is an easy way to just take care of it. So I'm going to check this again tomorrow. I'm going to leave them alone. And we'll see how they're doing. I'm sure they'll be okay. So now we're going to check on the one that I had done the demonstration on Diatomaceous earth. And that's what this is. So I just go like this and move it away. And as you can see, they're eating the paper. The diatomaceous earth didn't hurt them because it's food grade. And the red wigglers are doing fine. I'm going to mix this one in a little bit too, just to check on it. You see this one? I don't smell anything weird, even though it has the proper moisture. Maybe this one, I just happened to put more pine shavings than coconut coir, and it created more air pockets. So it's, you know, it's a learning experience. But that's all right. That's how you learn. By trial and error. So I'm getting ready for New Year's, and we don't do anything on New Year's. Sometimes I stay up for the ball dropping. Sometimes I don't. It depends on what I did during the day, if I'm tired or not, or, you know, what's going on. But this Like, this has no odor at all. Funny, right? How that happens? But they're doing fine. We're going to leave these for 6 weeks and just see if cocoons hatch in here. I'm going to have to bring down my other glasses because sometimes I just can't see them. I know they're there, but they're teeny, teeny little babies. I don't know about you, but I think every baby animal is adorable. All of them. Now, some of them are cute when they're little, and then when they grow up, they get ugly. But when they're little, oh my gosh, I love them. They're so cute. Okay, this is the third bin that was next to the other ones, and while I'm there, I'm gonna check it also. Look at all the castings they leave behind. Everything looks good here. Look at that big one right there. So I'm gonna fluff this up and check it. Moisture is still very good. I don't smell anything. So the problem was with just that one. So I hope that fixes the problem. I mean, I'm sure it will because I've done it before, but I can't guarantee 100%. But look at these worms. They are multiplying in here like crazy. And you see, there must be babies in here. I just don't see them yet. Or I gotta get my other things, my glasses. Yeah, they're doing well. I check on my worms almost every day. Sometimes I skip a day, but most of the times I don't. Because I just like to make sure that everything's going well and they're doing okay. And if I see a problem and they need me, I need to, you know, fix that problem. Look at that red wiggler. That is an Acenia fetida. See the clitellum? Nice and bulgy there. That's a nice looking worm right there. There you go, little guy. So they're doing okay. We're gonna continue to leave them for the 6 weeks. That is the experiment. I know some people are waiting to see what's gonna happen, including me. But we'll see. As for those of you that don't know what I'm doing, so these are my breeder bins, and normally I sift them out at 3 weeks after putting them in, get the cocoons out, and put them on this wall to hatch and grow up. So what I've done here is, instead of harvesting them in 3 weeks and getting the cocoons out, I'm just leaving cocoons and everybody in there. And at 6 weeks, we're gonna check it and see if the cocoons have hatched in here. And then, once the babies have hatched, then I will sift them out, get the babies and cocoons out, and put them in here. It's almost like you let them hatch and grow up a little bit with parents in here, instead of growing up over here by themselves. So we'll see. We'll see what works. Honestly, leaving them in here is easier because it's less work. Because either way, if I take them out at 3 weeks, I got to sift them out and put them here anyway. And here they're going to sit waiting. So I don't know. Maybe they'll hatch better here, having more worms around them. This is what we're waiting to see. So I'm going to keep you updated on this, and we're going to keep checking it. All right, this is another thing I want to show you. I've had this watermelon sitting on my counter for 2 months, waiting for it to like maybe start rotting on the outside and get a hole in it and come feed it to the worms. It has yet to rot on the outside or do anything. 2 months. I lifted it up. There's nothing underneath. This has been there the whole time. Like, what's wrong with this thing? I'll never eat that. I'm afraid to eat that. But has anyone ever seen that before? Like, what's wrong with it? It's so strange. I don't know. And this is nursery bin number 3. The one with the the pumpkin. Look at that. We got a forest of pumpkins here. And there they are. Oh my gosh. Look at them. Wow. That's what I call a mass of worms right there. Oh my gosh. So naturally they're all congregated around here. Oh look, they've turned into a bowl. They're kind of upset that I'm messing with them. All right guys, I'll just cover you. And there's still a couple around here in the corners, but not as many. Not as many. They sure love these leaves. The leaves are like disappearing. Yeah. So this bin is doing well. I'm gonna harvest this one soon. And get any youngsters out of here and put them on that wall to grow up. Yeah, they're doing well in here. So I have 6 of these tubs. And in the future, when I can move into my other spare room, I'm planning on getting more. Because I like these tubs. They have a lot of room. When they have a lot of room, they reproduce more. Look at this. And these little trees, you know, from the pumpkin, I just break them up and just throw them back in there, and it becomes more worm food. So I'm probably gonna do this weekend. I don't want to leave it uncovered yet though, because today's only Thursday. Because it'll dry really fast. I don't want it to dry that fast. So I'm just gonna cover it again and leave them alone. That's it. They're doing okay. All right, let's check on the pumpkin with the teeny hole on the side of it. I haven't seen this in like a day or two. All right, let's see. It's always surprising when I lift this up and just see what's happening. Oh my gosh. Oh, look. They're obviously going in and out of here. Yeah, they're loving that pumpkin. I'm just gonna put them right back. Yeah, they're hollowing this thing out. Look, I don't see anything in there. And that's okay, because they love it. This has to be harvested also. I can tell just by looking at it and feeling it. This one actually might need to be harvested before the other one. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I have a lot of worms in here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this one before the other one. So I'm gonna get Joe, and he'll help me carry this tub onto the table so that I could work up there. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this update, and I will keep you updated on all the happenings around here. And I'm gonna switch this one up with the other one because the other one's more ready than this one. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.